So the iPad Pro is an exceptional tablet, but the problem is by itself, it's pretty much just a media consumption device. It's not until you pair certain accessories to it that it becomes something special. I want to talk about a bunch of different accessories that I think will enhance your experience with the iPad Pro. So the first accessory is the second generation Apple Pencil 2. It's been redesigned so it's not as slippery to hold in your hand, you're not gonna lose the cap, and it's not gonna roll off your desk. And most importantly, it's not gonna look ridiculous when you charge it. But it's when you start using the pen with some of your favorite apps that makes the experience so much different. For example, I like to write notes down a lot, so I'll hop into Notability, use this to write down a shot list or write down a quick note. Other people who are professional designers will use this to draw something. For example, this picture here, I drew in 3 seconds, and because this pencil feels so natural, it made the experience very enjoyable. Now, if you buy an iPad Pro, you definitely want to buy a keyboard to go with it because essentially it changes it from a tablet into a little mini computer. Now, there's a ton to choose from, but the problem is most of them are Bluetooth. Bluetooth, you have to charge, it doesn't attach directly to your iPad, it has to connect to a case, so it doesn't feel seamless. The iPad or Apple Smart Keyboard is your best option right now. It doesn't make the iPad feel too thick, so it gives it still a nice thin form factor. There's 2 levels you can open it up to. So you have like a very steep position like this, or you can bring it down a little bit more to the second position. I kind of wish there was a third one, but again, it's kind of hard to do with such a thin product. The keys themselves are very plush, great travel distance, making it very comfortable to type on. And the third thing is it leaves an open space for your pen to magnetically connect at the top. I've used some other ones where it covers that position and you can connect the pen, but it just doesn't charge. So depending on what you do with your iPad, you might want different ways to bring footage or data to your iPad than just simply the USB Type-C port. I suggest picking up a dongle like this. This is by a company called HYPERDRIVE, and this basically gives you different ports to connect to your iPad. You have a full-size SD card reader, micro USB, you have a USB 3.0 port, and most importantly, a headphone jack. You also have a pass-through, so even though this is connected to the bottom of the iPad, you can still connect a USB type cable to the bottom of it, and you can still transfer data. The cool thing is it comes with a bunch of different little accessories for the accessory that make the connection a little bit more seamless. For example, it has these little grips that attach to the bottom of it, so it holds against your iPad a little bit easier. This will just ensure that your iPad doesn't break or the accessory itself won't break. You have a screwdriver to screw it on, a cable if you want to leave some space instead of having it directly up against the iPad. I don't know, I just think it's a great accessory to have, especially if you're a video creator or photographer and easily want to get your footage to your iPad without having to carry different cables and different types of readers. So this is the WD My Passport wireless SSD, and this is a fantastic storage device that works beautifully with the iPad. If you're a content creator or anybody in general who transfers a lot of footage from one device to the iPad, this is gonna be the best thing you ever bought. For example, I like to edit video, and to just transfer everything onto the iPad will pretty much have it fill up immediately. I can use the WD My Passport, it will connect wirelessly to my iPad, and LumaFusion, which is the video editor that I use, can read the data off my passport. So this right here is my WD Passport. I can click on the footage, look at all the different files that are inside of here, and whatever I want, I can bring into my timeline. Other things that to note as well, the reason why this is so good is because other people can access it at the same time. So not only do you have to use it, you can share it amongst other people. It also connects physically to a computer. So you're gonna get good SSD speeds, around 315 to 330 megabytes a second. The other neat trick though is that this also acts as a power bank, 6,700 milliamp power bank. So if you have a phone that needs to be charged, or even your iPad itself, you can connect to this and it's gonna charge that device. On the side here, there's an SD card slot. You also have your power button, which turns it on and off, and of course, this will enable or disable the wireless functionality. And last up, we have a gaming controller. This is the SteelSeries NIMBUS controller. It feels great in the hand, very reminiscent of an Xbox One controller. It connects via Bluetooth. It has about 40 hours of gameplay. The buttons are nice and tactile. The joystick is nice and smooth. It's just a great gaming controller. The cool thing is you don't have to just use it with your iPad. You can use it with the iPhone, you can use it with Apple TV, or you can even use it with Mac OS. I don't know, I've been gaming with it. It feels very smooth, and being able to game with the controller on a mobile device gives you the advantage over touching the screen. You just have a lot more accuracy when you use the gaming controller. So that pretty much wraps up this video on the best accessories for the iPad Pro. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Links to everything will be in the description down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.